time someone took an interest in what's going on here. River's changing, crocs are acting up, people are going Troppo, driven mad by the tropical heat. All places out of whack. Get out of the water! Croc!
I'm trying to find my husband. You are a private investigator, is that correct?
Who are you?
Your new boss if you play your cards right.
What the hell do you want?
You're a cop. I need a consultant.
My professional opinion is you don't exactly look like a professional.
You have a motive?
Two men end up in the belly of a croc. That feel right to you?
I understand you've engaged private investigators.
They found the car, Detective.
Do you have any idea who you're working with? That girl's a ticking time bomb.
Don't talk about my past.
Oh, but it's okay to talk about mine.
What you did dishonors all cops.
You do not remotely understand.
I understand you got a stink on you that won't wash off.
This job, it's the only chance to clear my name.
There's been another killing and you're poking your nose in it with the person who tore this town apart.
You got one instinct, and that's from blind and stupid.
I trusted you!
You want everyone to think you're some kind of monster. You are a terrified child.
Sometimes it's not so obvious why a person does what they do, but they take it to the grave. All we have is each other.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Troppo coming here to Freevee in May. I'm so excited. I have some special guests, Thomas Jane, Nicole Chamoun. I hope I pronounced that right.
You did.
It's a pleasure to see you both.
Nice
Thank
to see
you.
you.
It's an honor. So I'm so excited for the rest of the world to see what I've seen because I had a chance to check out the advanced screeners.
Oh, cool.
I want to get a little bit of a love fest, if you don't mind, going on between you both, since I only have a limited amount of time.
Okay.
If I can start with you, Thomas, since you're running Renegade Entertainment, you're doing double duty, you're acting, you're producing, which is amazing. Tell me about finding the amazing Nicole to participate in this
that's a great question. First of all, me and Courtney, my partner, started Renegade in 2019. And one of the first things to come across our desk was Troppo, Crimson Lake, the novel. So we had the opportunity to develop the novel into a show. I knew from the beginning that if we couldn't find the girl, Amanda was such a unique character. There's a lot of demands on that character to pull it off. And if you don't pull it off, you don't have a show. So I was thinking we were in for a 50-50 shot at this just not going, because we weren't going to do the show unless we could find our Amanda, which is the show, right? It's Candace Fox created such a couple of really unique, wonderful characters that are intertwined in such a way that no one of them could carry this show. It was the two of them. That's the show. So without our Amanda, we didn't have a show. And believe it or not, I still talk about it today. When Nicole walked through the door, by the way, I was in Montana on my computer like we are now. Nicole was in Australia and we were doing our chemistry read, doing our thing. And I've read a number of different girls. And I was thinking, this is just not going to work. I mean, this person doesn't exist. She exists in Candace Fox's mind, but not anywhere on earth. And then this lady walked through the door and she just knocked it out of the park, And I was also making the argument, halfway through these Zoom auditions. I'm like, you can't have a chemistry read on Zoom. This doesn't work. We're both staring at these little boxes. I don't know where to look, and we're both like halfway around the world. And that was my argument. I was like, this ain't going to happen until Nicole walked in the door and just knocked it out of the park, and it's one of those things that you kind of know instantly, didn't take a lot of debate. She got off the horn. I think it was the same thing, right? It was like 8 a.m. for you or 7 a.m. in the morning when you were emoting, auditioning, and you're in that character. You're like, thank God that's not me. I couldn't do that. And it's funny, we just knew right away. Everybody knew right away. There wasn't any discussion after that. We had a show.
That's beautiful.
That's the first time I've heard that story.
Hey.
Tell you all my secrets.
So Nicole, you landed this job. You're working with Thomas and this rest of this amazing cast and crew. Tell me a little bit about working with Thomas and just this whole experience.
It was a dream. I mean, I was completely intimidated to begin with, I'm not going to lie, but Amanda couldn't be intimidated. So I had to just really bottle that down and get to work. But Thomas is so generous and such an incredible actor. And I learned so much by watching him, just by watching him. And it's interesting because these two characters, certainly at the beginning, they don't get along, and especially he keeps his distance from her. And so we were true to that relationship. And so it was mostly about just watching and observing the way he works a set and how dedicated he was to his character and to the work. And it was a joy and such a huge learning experience for me. Yeah, I'm really lucky. Feel really fortunate. Every experience is different, but Nicole and I both instinctively knew that we needed to keep our distance, from each other while we're shooting and not reveal our hand, so to speak, So we're sort of close to the vest. We played it very close to the vest in the working relationship that we had. So really our whole relationship is on camera, that's really the only time that we interacted with each other was when they said, roll it. Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you both so much for your time. Everybody, Troppo is arriving on Freevee here in May. You're going to love it. It's so cool. Thomas Jane, Nicole Chamoun, this was truly a pleasure. And from the NRW squad, Thomas Jane, my host, Rob Medina, wanted me to tell you that he loves you.
Hey.
So there's some love from him.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
so much.
That.
All the love. Thank you both so much. Everybody, check out Troppo on Freevee.
We'll be right back.